Hey, what's up, guys? So today I have a very special shoe. This is the GT Cut. These are replicas. These are the WKBs. So just to show you guys, this is the GT Cut. So I've been playing in these for the last couple days, and I just wanted to touch upon how I felt after playing in these. So what I do want to say to you guys, I want to disqualify myself in playing in them because I play racquetball in these. In the wise words of Russell Westbrook, I'm just running around. So, and I'm playing on a hardwood floor because obviously it's kind of hard for me to play basketball in the YMCAs that I live nearby, and it's just not much I can do. So I started playing racquetball in these, but nonetheless, I'm still playing on a hardwood floor, and these shoes to me are so cool and so innovative to play in because one of the things I love so much about this shoe, and even as its reps, I didn't think they would be able to get this correctly, which is this is a full-length React insole, you know, and right inside that is Zoom Strobel right there, and obviously in the heel there is a Zoom unit as well. Me playing in these shoes, it's been hella fun. So one thing I want to also disqualify myself is that I'll get right into the sizing. And the sizing of this shoe is a little tricky because I heard that these shoes run very narrow, and once again I don't know why I keep comparing retail and rep, because we all know that a lot of rep shoes are based on wider lasts, so they're gonna tend to be not as suffocating, you know. And that's something that I learned real fast with these, is that with my foot, the way my foot is, usually I have this much wiggle room up front, but usually my foot is right to the line with the shoe. So you still feel like if you're playing in shoes for a long time, you feel like your shoe's doing this because obviously your foot's heating up and everything. But after a while, you just feel like it's kind of like squishing your foot. That's the way I felt. But with this shoe, it's completely different because this is a size 10. And my shorter size is a 9.5. So I had room all over my foot, all around my toes, and it was a little weird for me because, like I said, usually my pinky's over here dying, but I didn't feel anything, you know. So in that regard, I felt fine. And in terms of like this is the thing that I didn't quite understand, is usually when you're wearing a shoe that's much bigger, you feel like there wouldn't be much any lockdown in the heel. I mean, not any forefoot lockdown, but it was completely the opposite for me, where I felt like I was completely locked in, especially here in the heel. Like you feel your foot is fully contained in the shoe, and that's the thing that I didn't quite understand, was that it was just it felt kind of big up front, kind of long, but the shoe played fine for me. I never felt like I was slipping around in the heel and in the forefoot, nor in the heel, you know, because usually when you have bigger shoes, you can feel like your foot's just like flopping out like that, but I didn't feel it at all with this shoe. And in terms of traction, this is what, like I said, I play at a YMCA, so unfortunately that's another reason why I had to disqualify myself, because these shoes, like those courts, are just terrible. They don't really clean them very often, maybe once a week or so, and these are translucent outsoles. So if anybody knows translucent outsoles, what they're like to play in, translucent outsoles are like magnets when it comes to dusty ass courts. These things attract them like a fat kid loves donuts, me being the fat kid. But nonetheless, like I said, you feel so much forefoot flex and everything, obviously when you don't have that insole in. But nonetheless, like I said, I just felt like I was sliding around a lot, because these things, like I'll show you guys in the B-roll, that I'm just like, you can feel a little bit like when you're sliding, but when this thing is completely like no type of dust on it, these things feel like a new pair of brakes on your car. These things brake so freaking well. These things stop. Their grip is so insane. I felt that at one point that I was gonna die, because I was going for I was trying to get a ball, and I remember I was going directly into the door, and in the racquetball rooms there's a lot of concrete. There's concrete walls, so I was like, you know how some people, when they go for a dunk, they make that business decision to be like, nah, I'm good, I'm not gonna get dunked on today. I made a business decision to be like, I'm gonna put my arm up, I'm gonna get like smacked into the concrete wall, And luckily my right shoe wasn't as dusty, so I was able to stop really well, but I almost went flying into the wall, you know. So in that terms, like I said, the traction is insane on these. You know, obviously it doesn't look like it because obviously, you know, I just took these out, and you know, they still have a lot of dust on them, but yeah, these things pick up dust like no other, you know. And like I said, it makes me interested to know what it would feel like to have a 9.5, because like I said, I feel like this is where I kind of disqualify myself in this kind of review of this rep shoe, because if the sizing is off, I would be able to feel a little bit more contained. Maybe I would feel that suffocating pressure near my foot. Who knows, you know? So that's something that I really wish that I could fully understand, you know. And as far as the materials, that's another thing too that I heard about the materials, is that this material doesn't break in. I had to disagree completely, because I felt after my third wear, these felt like super broken in. These felt so fine. They felt awesome, you know. And one thing I did notice on my third day of playing these, because I usually play in basketball shoes 3 days just to get like the full grasp of the shoe. One thing I did notice, and there's a specific reason why I pulled this shoe out, the right one, is because when I was coming down from, I think I was serving the ball, and the ball came up really high, so I jumped up in the air. And when I jumped up in the air, you don't feel, obviously you don't have that much impact protection, because obviously this shoe is super low to the ground. I didn't feel the Zoom Strobel at all in my right foot, and that's why I kept walking around like, well, what's going on, you know. But if you feel it right now, you feel it. It's still just like my left foot, and that's what I was feeling when I was walking around. I was just like, what did I do something? Did I pop the Zoom Strobel? And clearly I haven't. And I have a video too of me comparing this Zoom Strobel with my KD, and they still have that same density, and that's why I was just confused. I was like, why am I not feeling on my right one? So obviously this is a day apart, so today I'm not playing in these. I'm playing my Star Kobe's, but when I get back, when I play in these again, I'll give an update. But yeah, there was something with this Zoom Strobel, specifically with the right one, that kind of just threw me off, you know. So, you know, and like I said, this shoe just, like I said, it might not look like it, but you feel so secure in this shoe, you know. So specifically, if you're like a guy that's doing a lot of crossovers, or like just very fast, small, agile guy, you are gonna rip shit with this shoe, man. Everything about it, it's awesome, you know. And even me being 210, 5'7", you know, I felt like this shoe was so fun to play in, and I didn't even want to stop playing in them, you know. Obviously the only thing that really bugged me was that Zoom Strobel and the right one feeling a little off, you know. And obviously for QC things, if you guys are wondering, obviously because these are reps, you know, one of the biggest things that you see wrong with these is this thing right here. This little emblem is always misaligned, and sometimes the swooshes are off. But since this is the Raw Dishes I think it's called Raw Dishes colorway, it obviously has a swoosh, and the other one would have it like right here, you know, swoop up. But I didn't really want to talk about too much about the look. Like I said, there's plenty of guides on the Kobe Rep website that showcase that shoe and what could be wrong visually, but I was mainly towards the performance of it. You know, how was the Zoom Strobel gonna feel? How was the React insole gonna feel as well? And I'll leave it off on this. I would like to get my hands on a retail pair, but obviously I can't. And which like I said, I'll show you guys at the end of the video. But just because I want to see how this React insole feels to a retail, you know. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.